Dig this, Yappy Dog. We'll handle all the creepy villain angles on this network. Well, Yappy Dog.
Stupid dog! You made me miss who the villain was.
Hey, like, what's this?
Oh, Courage. It's only the Cartoon Network.
Now I'll never get to sleep.
Whew! My god, that commercial just takes me back lots of memories since I was 3 years old. So anyways, if you guys remember the crossover, the missing crossover episode since 2000 of Scooby-Doo plus Courage the Cowardly Dog's Scare-A-Thon. They're going about to do since October of 2000, but it never happened. Like never. It was basically a lost crossover episode. Like basically, if you guys love crossover things like King Kong vs. Godzilla and Batman vs. Superman, for all that change with crossover, throughout the crossover stuff throughout the years, and basically there's a crossover Cartoon Networks. There's basically Cartoon Network stuff that's basically crossovers sometimes. So that means there's an episode of Courage and Scooby-Doo meets together, to be the two of the most cowardless dogs to exist in any cartoon possible. Like basically, there's supposed to be like an episode, right, of Courage, Scooby-Doo, doing something. Like solving some mystery, or seeing whatever, who's the real monster, you know? Cause like in every Scooby-Doo episode, or Courage episode. Well, basically Courage, you know, basically. So the other thing is, we just don't even know what is the crossover episode, cause basically it was just a missing episode. Cause basically we all do know back in the 2000, back in Mexico, you get a free chance to win. Like in Mexico, you get a chance to win like a free bag of Cheetos, or get yourself a free VHS tape of Scooby-Doo and the Alien Invaders. Because basically, we all do know that movie came out since 2000. And even though, since season 1 came out of Courage the Cowardly Dog, since the basically like the late 90s, because basically, Courage the Cowardly Dog is one of my most favorite shows throughout my childhood, and it still is today. The other thing, kids back in the early 2000s were really scared of that show because it was really creepy as AF. Because basically, we all do know Courage the Cowardly Dog. If you guys didn't know, like a dog living with his old people, you're living with these old people in a desert, middle of nowhere, in a house, and their supernatural things happen in every episode. And even Scooby-Doo. We all do know what Scooby-Doo is, basically. It's just a group of teenagers solving mysteries, like what this villain is, you know? Basically, it's just the man behind the mask. And the other thing is, like, we just don't even know, which one is the cowardest dog? Like, is it Courage or Scooby? Like, let me know in the comments down below, if you ever agree to any of them, or maybe both. Because, basically, I think it's Courage, because he's basically the most cowardice, because I've been seeing him a lot since I was a kid, because he looks so scared and freaked out, because he just screams a lot every time when the villain shows up and everything. Like, there's jump scares everywhere in that show. So the other thing is, the episode was supposed to be about kind of like a Blair Witch Project kind of episode, when the Mystery Inc. is holding a camera and they're going there to a forest and see what the mystery is and everything, and they just go to a desert and they start meeting the Bags, which is basically Eustace and Muriel Bags, you know, and even Courage, the dog. And we don't even know what the episode is even about, you know? Like, it's just one of the biggest mysteries of them all. Like, what is the episode? What was the plot? What is the story behind this crossover missing episode? We just don't know. Like, basically, when I watched the commercials back in the early 2000s, I was 3 years old. Like, basically, I was really late. This was since 2005 and I was 3, and I kept on seeing the commercials on TV when it was aired, and it never happened, you know? Well, I basically heard about the news of the missing crossover episode since Dr. Wolfila's review, so... Well, Dr. Wolfila's short video talking about stuff. So if you haven't checked him out, you should just check out his videos. He's an awesome dude. Because he loves Scooby-Doo too. So the other thing is, I do love Scooby-Doo, I love Courage, and unfortunately, we never seen this crossover episode of them, like, meeting each other and see what happens. Like, it's gonna be, like, it's basically supposed to be like a Blair Witch Project type of episode, like what Doc says. We just don't even know. Like, basically in the commercials, the trailers, well, basically the commercials since Cartoon Network since 2000. And the other thing, when Cartoon Network is now around throughout the years, we love, like, since us kids back in the early, mid, late 2000s, like me, love Cartoon Network. Like, since I was a little kid, I always have Cartoon Network fever. Like, every Saturday like, every day I watch Cartoon Network. But Cartoon Network nowadays really sucks because the shows are just not that much special, except Adventure Time. So anyways, this would have been interesting seeing this crossover episode if it was ever released when it was aired on TV back in 2000. Like, if I've seen that episode, I would really watch it. Like, my 3-year-old self, since I love Courage and Scooby-Doo, I would love to see this crossover episode, but unfortunately, it never exists on TV. The other thing is, we just don't even know what the episode is about. It's just very pointless. Like, we only know about the commercials, about the Cartoon Network Scare-A-Thon since 2000, of Scooby-Doo, plus with Courage the Cowardly Dog. So, it would have been awesome to see, but it never got released. So anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this quick chat with me, because basically, I just love to look around on the internet to see anything that's interesting. I love to discuss with you guys with it. So anyways, if you guys enjoyed with this discussion video, like this video, comment this video, and be sure to subscribe to this channel for more future content like this coming out very soon. And I'll see all of you guys in the next video, and I'll see you guys in the summer of this year. So, have a good one, guys. Take care.
I'm sure our power will come back on soon. Then you kids can make your phone call. Why don't we pass the time by telling each other ghost stories?
Courage is almost more afraid than Scooby.
I'll take that bet. Start the stories, Muriel. Let's see which one of these dogs is a bigger chicken.
It's the Scooby-Doo Courage the Cowardly Dog Scare-A-Thon. All next week at 7. Only on Cartoon Network.